Good evening, everyone, panel, and thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to support not only our school, but each and every school that is here. My name is Sophia Ragland. I am the LSC chairperson at William H. Carter Elementary, and I take pride and joy representing my school on tonight. Starting back in this summer of July, I was just recovering from and winning the battle of cancer. Now, my children and I, we're very particular people, and we're not too, we're iffy about people. So my children come home every day, mommy, Mr. Moore, Miss McNeil, and who are these people? Not knowing that my former administration was forced to retire. And I had to find out in September who Mr. Moore and who Miss McNeil and my new administration was. Beautiful people. Not only did I find out from meeting them in September, but I also got a call. Ms. Ragland, we understand that this is going on. How are you? Now, that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about why. Why would you want to close the school with such compassion and passion for our children? Why would you want to close our school with so much help has come in? I mean, our Dibble assessment has gained 31% in our second grade scores and 61% in our NWEA of our seventh grades, exceeding national average. We put in an offer for the preschool in 2011. We applied for it. We have not yet received an answer. New technology from 87 new desktop computers to 5 smart boards. Now, we also have new programs that has never been introduced to our children, the Boys and Girls Club. Open House had over 187 families to attend, and we haven't had that in the past 6 years under the administration. We thank you for this opportunity to represent our schools, and we have more as we have given you to show the growth that we've made in Carter.
Hi, my name is Leroy Ragland. I'm a former student at Carter Elementary. Now I attend Every Prep Charter Academy. From my understanding, I do not know why schools closes, period. I don't feel that we should close at all because I don't understand why are our schools closing, because if you stood in our shoes, you wouldn't like what's going on. I don't see how can these parents sit up here and want to close schools down, and if their children have to go places that were dangerous, where they feel non-comfortable at all. I don't know why is this going on. I actually need a very good explanation, because from my understanding, the reasons why are not good enough. A board of education not doing enough for Carter or either other schools out here. Those schools that are closing down probably need help. You keeping the high-rate schools up. How come you can't help us other schools? I actually understand that. From my understanding, that people really need help. If you stand in our shoes, if you go to Carter Elementary, you actually sit in classes and see that our children are very bright, brighter than others. I said, if you just help other people, and if you just give us a chance and understand what we're going through, how much you're bad, we will have a good school. Every school that's sitting here that's fighting for their rights and that's fighting for their school, I actually believe that you should give us a chance.
Hi, I'm Miss Lacey. I'm a lay minister at Jubilee Temple, CME. I'm here to represent us as a people. You guys can't keep destroying us and pushing us in corners like this. It's all against people of color. I don't understand why. What have we done so awful but be born black? Don't do this to us. You're hurting our children. Do you think that we won't come together? We will. You pushed us together. We're going to stay together. We're going to stand together against all of this. This is for our children. Don't mess with the children. Don't mess with their minds, their education, their lives, disrupting them. I mean, do you have a heart? Do you have a mind? Do you have children? We attend public schools. You pushed us in projects, pushed us together, pushed us aside, separated us. What are you doing to us as a people? Do you not know that we're not going to be backed up like that? You can't do that to us. It's enough. Enough is enough is enough. Don't do this. You're making a bad mistake when you mess with children. And I'm a child of God. I'm a child too. Don't do this. We're all children, don't you know?
Do you guys have any artifacts here again? Okay. Mayo?
My name is Sylvia Maxwell, and I'm a proud parent of 2 past and 2 present students at Mayo High School. I have 2 that still attending Mayo and 2 that are in high school. And why should we keep Mayo open? The quality of education exemplifies and exceeds excellence from Mayo. I would not be standing here, a proud mother of Mayo's 2011 valedictorian and 2012 salutatory, if this was not right. We want Mayo to stay open because of that quality of education the teachers give. They instill in our children knowledge at an early age by teaching them drills when they enter into school. How many schools teach their first graders the first 50 presidents? My baby came home and knew the first 100 presidents by heart because they drill this in them as they're walking to the classes. You know, I ain't even looking at that. The drills consist of multiplication, square roots, and all of this. The dedication that the teachers have in teaching our children what is needed for them to go to that next level goes beyond the call of duty. Mayo is not one of those schools who just pass the kid along just to get them out the way. They start out by building a foundation upon which the kids can stand on. Those drills, the folding of their arms, so won't no kid say, oh, he hit me, how did he hit you if your arms was folded? That's the kind of dedication and foundation they put into my children. With that foundation comes confidence, and within that, nothing is out of reach for that child. We should keep Mayo open because it's a pillar of this community. A positive and responsible and pride. It is a safe haven in the community. Mayo is surrounded by 7 other high schools. Mayo is actually the feeder school to these high schools. So if you close Mayo, how are we going to feed our kids? Who are you going to feed to the other high schools? There are 7 high schools in our area. My involvement and support of Mayo and the teachers are essential to the growth of my children's education. My involvement and support consists of volunteering. My face is very well because I'm always at the school. You know, I'm known for peeking in classrooms, pointing out kids, saying, I'm going to tell your mama on you. And you know, when a kid knows you care, they straighten up, you know. Why should we keep Mayo open is the most important reason to me is the expectation of the quality of education is very high. I did not set this bar, Mayo did. Teaching my children to be the best they can be is what I'm working for. And I'm working on building 2 more valedictorians. I have 2 more kids left. And with that help, and with the help of the wonderful teachers and the principals, I'm sure 2015, I'm gonna have another child that's a valedictorian or salutatorian because I have a village. You see this village is what raised my children. Thank you.
My name is Dennis Brewer. I'm the proud parent of a 2008. I'm the proud parent of a 2008 valedictorian. Mayo has took my kids to another level. These teachers work hard with these students. There's no failure involved. They push them to another level. These teachers need tools to work with. They need tools. They need classroom size reductions. They need a lot of help. This should not be an issue where you're going to close the school because of certain situations. The school is in a safety zone. It's in the safety zone. If these kids walk to school, they can walk to school without fearing someone jumping them, someone grabbing them. This has been a pillar in the neighborhood for a long time. I'm an alumni of the school. I had a chance to walk to school some scores ago, and it's still a safe zone for these kids to walk in. These teachers, this school have worked diligently with these kids. They shouldn't have to go through what they're going through right now. Oversized classrooms. How can you teach with an oversized classroom? It's hard teaching kids at home that's oversized. So, I mean, they got to go home and deal with their kids. These kids should have a better chance at education right now. They should have a better at education. I'm going to read this. Male school on academic grades based on a recent NWEA, 78% of students met exceeding their winter growth targets in reading and math. We are closing the treatment gap. This is what these teachers do at the school. I came up here a little shaky, but I'm good. These teachers work hard. I have been in this school, been involved with it for 11 years or more. They had took my child to another step, so I know where my son is going now. My daughters went on to graduated from Lane Tech to go to college. She's still achieving. So this school should not be closed. If you're going to consolidate the school, it costs less than $7,000 to run this school. Consolidate Mill. Thank you.
Good evening. I just want to qualify who I am first because some of you men in the house, I had asked for you to take your hats off. I'm a Catholic deacon, co-chair of the Black Catholic Deacons. So I have the faculties to not only preach, but to marry, to baptize, and to go around the world to do all those things. So I say that so you know who I am, first of all. Male children are not just CPS parents' children. They're the community's children. They're our children. For 10 years, I've been active in the community of Bronzeville. As a block club president, we have provided Thanksgiving dinners to needy male families for at least 8 years. In 2005, myself, Dr. Karanj of the Centers for New Horizons, who I believe is in the audience, Greg Washington of the Grand Boulevard Federation, and some alumni of Wendell Phillips, we formed that safety patrol that this gentleman was talking about, and the reason why he feels safe. That program was manned by volunteers for a period of 4 years. That model eventually became the CPS Community Watch Program. To take that away from male students would be a travesty. As hard as we've worked as a community to keep our children safe, you'd be turning the clock back. There is no need for them to go anywhere else but to the school that they're most proud of. As 94% of our children arrive there daily for daily instruction, and they're excited about the goals that are set there before them. So before you admonish you, and I ask you respectfully to consider to keep mail open. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Stark, and I am a parent of Charles Kosminski Community Academy. I'm here today because I was a student at Kosminski, and I am a well-productive human being and a parent and responsible. I cannot allow you to close Kosminski because Kosminski have the best teachers in the city of Chicago. They're there every morning. They have created programs to help our children to read, to write, and to do things better. Our principal that you have chosen, Mr. Myron Hester, have turned that school around, and it is beautiful and it is great. They have created a safe environment for our children to come to every day and every morning, as well as Michelle Brumfield, our assistant principal. So I say to you today, CPS and to the government, do not let our children suffer. Do not leave our children behind, because they have a future and they have goals to achieve in life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vicki Long, and I am a recently elected community rep at Kosminski Academy. I have to start out by saying this process totally confuses me, but I care a lot about that school, so I'm willing to come and do whatever it takes. I know how important strong schools are to a strong community. My children are growing, but I care enough that I want to be involved and I want to help. I've wanted to be involved at Kosminski for many years, but the former administration was not interested in having anybody outside the school come in. That all changed in October 2011 when we got a new principal and assistant principal. And, yeah, I know. And the culture of the school has changed dramatically. They welcome the community into the school. They support the teachers. And most importantly, they care about the students. In addition to the physical upgrades like painting and artwork, they have brought in new computers, new after-school programs, a Saturday ISAT Academy, and a feeling of hope. They have a wonderful pre-K program, which is bringing members of the immediate community into the school for the first time in years. And they have space to expand that program. Kosminski is now using the resources available to it in our community, and that includes the University of Chicago, which is really only 2 at school and is an absolutely wonderful resource. The university students are now welcome into the school. Their energy and knowledge are now seen as an asset. That was not always the case. As a property owner, taxpayer, and community member, I do not understand why you would close a school that now finally has all the pieces in place. It needed some time, but you already know that.
My name is Curtis Brown. I'm a representative of Kosminski Academy. I just want to expand on some of the statistics that she said. Some of our Scantron growth from 2012, 3 of 6 grades were above the national average of student growth in reading. 4 6th grades were above the national average for student growth in math. Subgroup growth from 2011-2012, African American students with disabilities and free and reduced lunch were above the national average for expected gains in math. See the school's progress report. ASAT data from 2012. The ASAT composite scores has increased in the last 3 years. The composite math score in 2010 was 60, increased from 60.9 to 66.3 in 2012. And the composite science score in 2012 was 50.5, increased to 54.2. Although there are minimal gains, the school experienced a significant school action when the previous principal was removed in 2010. The school has a 4 interim principal until October 2012 and 2008. The school was awarded the Spotlight Achievement Award for exemplary performance in closing the achievement gap. meeting high standards and opening a world of opportunity. This year's NCLB mandated Kosminski and other selected schools to allow students from underperforming schools to transfer into the higher performing schools, which impacted Kosminski's culture and climate. This change in law caused many high-performing schools to transfer from students to transfer from Kosminski to academic centers and high-performing schools. I also want to say we have all kinds of programs under the administrative leadership of Myra Hester and Michelle Brumfield, our principal and assistant principal. They're doing a phenomenal job with our children. They come in early, they stay late, they get us all together. We're a team. We care about our students. Our students are like family. I have my own granddaughters at the school, which never happened. I came to Kosminski in 2008 because it was a spotlight school. Out of 600 and some schools, we ranked 66. Also, we want you to know that you're not alone. We do care about the other schools in our communities. If we get consolidated with one of your schools, we will welcome all your students. As a child being raised in a CPS school, I want to let the families who have spoke tonight talking about crossing gang lines and violence know I stand here before you, 2 bullets in one leg. I've been stabbed. I've been ran over by a car for such a gang crossing when I had to go to school as a youth. So I speak from experience, and I know what these children go through. So to say to you parents who are concerned about this, we are concerned as well. Please don't close our school.
Overton, Drake, and Burke. Overton, Drake, and Burke.
Good evening. My name is Natalia Dixon, and I am currently an 8th grader from Anthony Overton Elementary School. Welcome parents, teachers, students, and CPS officials. I stand before you representing the students of Anthony Overton. It has come to our attention that CPS is considering closing our academic institution. Closing Overton would not be in the best interest of our staff and students. Overton has had a tremendous amount of academic success. For example, in 2009, Overton implemented an integrated technology program called ST Math. This program challenges the spatial and temporal part of the students' brains using various strategic math strategies. As a result of this program and receiving the 2010 School of Distinction Award, Overton's composite math score shows that 70% of our students meet and or exceed state standards. In addition, Overton's middle school department has initiated iPlan. This program differentiates classes of students that are in AP, meets, and enriched classes. In each of these classes, one may be sitting adjacent to a 6th, 7th, and or 8th grade scholar. I am currently enrolled in all AP classes. This intense instructional preparation has helped me become eligible for selective enrollment schools. Overton has provided me with options. Options such as Whitney Young, Lane Tech, and Walter Payton. Personally, Overton has provided me with prestigious extracurricular activities. I and another 8th grade scholar were featured on the various local news stations for our successful participation in the Lemonade Day project. This program enhances our entrepreneurship skills and have earned money for starting our business. Furthermore, I have been fortunate to participate in student council. This builds leadership skills and take an accurate role in student government and Overton's restorative justice program. I am a member of Overton's cheerleading team, science fair honorable mention, young author, and I'm also a young ambassador for this school. I stand before you to attest Overton has given me numerous opportunities to demonstrate I am college and career ready.
Hi, my name is Rashonda Dixon, and I am the parent of Natalia, a student at Anthony Overton School. As of 2012-2013, there are 452 students enrolled at Overton. 95% are low income, and the largest demographic at Overton is African American. This demographic makes up for 99% of the student population. Anthony Overton Elementary School is a neighborhood community school for students living in the attendance area. However, students living outside the attendance area have selected Overton as their home school because of the family, caring, and safe atmosphere at Overton. For the sake of time, like many other schools in the Burnham Park network, we all require additional resources and supports like our North Side counterparts. However, we face daily challenges. We have a large population of homeless students. 12% of our students make up special education population, and another 3% are on the tracking system. There are safety and security concerns. Overton is at the center of gang territory, north of 47th Street, east of King Drive, south at 51st, and west on State Street. Overton is a safe haven for those students in the enclosed boundary. On a more positive note, and additional highlights for Overton, Overton is the home school for all DCF students housed at Aunt Martha's facility. Students are enrolled at Overton on a weekly basis. Where will these students go? Despite their racial differences, lack of parental love, and custody battles, when these students enter the doors of Overton, they don't want to leave because of the outpouring of love, support, and family environment. Overton has been showcased by ST Math in Orange County, California, and awarded with the School of Distinction Award for the highest gains in mathematics with 15% gains in 1 year, 26% gains overall in 3 years. Overton is currently a school on the rise. We had the highest value-added score in mathematics in Area 13 in 2010 and the third highest in CPS. Okay. Composite score of 60% of students meeting and or exceeding state standards, a 17 increase over 2 years. Overton has partnered with the Community School Initiative and 21st Street Metropolitan Family Services, providing an Overton learning environment with an additional $200,000 a year to service our students and partners in different activities. Please do not close our school.
My name is Lorraine Bell, and I'm a representative of Drake Elementary School. I had the opportunity of being at the Black History Program Friday, and I'm coming to you all from a different point of view. My niece, she goes there, she's been labeled with autism, and it was just so wonderful to see the autism children sit through the assembly. Now, in Chicago Public Schools, there's not a lot of program for the autistic child. So any change that comes about with a child who has been labeled with autism can create a great problem. Most of you all have seen Radio Man and Rain Man. That's the gentle version of it. So I just want to give Mrs. Warner a great big shout out because she's brought new path and new direction to Drake. And Friday, 3 of the teachers, one is behind me, received an award. And it was very nice, the teachers getting the award, but what most was very, very rewarding was to see the children whose confidence had been built, whose confidence had been uplifted due to the teachers raising the math and the reading over 92%. When you close a school, you collapse a community. When you close a school, you collapse a community. When the schools close, the communities are affected, the children are affected, so merge the schools, whatever better school is there. So injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere.
My name is Tara Henninger. I'm a nationally board certified teacher, and I am a proud teacher of 32 second and third grade students at Drake Elementary. At our school, we strive for our students to be college ready and have a voice. We teach them that their words have the power to change. And here is what one third grade student wrote today in regards to school action. Mrs. Bennett, I am writing this letter because I want my school to stay open. We have really great education here at Drake Elementary and really great teachers. My teacher's name is Mrs. Henninger. She wants us to graduate from this school, and I love when she brings books in our class. It's helping me reach my reading goals. Miss Warner, our principal, brings smiles to our faces, and we have really great days here. This is a special school to me. When I graduate from school, I want it to be this one. Even though we have only 250 students in this whole school, it doesn't mean you have to close our school. These 250 students matter, and they love this school. Your scholar of Drake, McKenna Waller. P.S. Ms. Henninger said she'll be waiting by her mailbox one day to get a copy of my college diploma. We teach in a district that values student achievement. Drake's student achievement has been steadily on the rise. We have made increases in all subject areas. To quote Mr. Price, the triple trifecta: reading, math, and science with an ISAC composite score of 70%. More recently, our winter NWA data shows that we are on target for another successful year, with 89% of our third graders meeting their reading target, 92% of our sixth graders meeting their math target, and 75% of our eighth graders meeting their reading targets. We know our student achievement is directly related to the stability of our dedicated staff, the nurturing environment of our school, and the rigor of our curriculum. Students at Drake joyously enter each morning as our school principal and assistant principal greet them by name and encourage them to have a productive day. They feel safe because they see the faces of their former, current, and future teachers, as well as our entire staff who are invested in their learning. Okay. I just want to close as I began with the words of a student. I'd like to close with the words of a student. I would be sad, very sad. The school is a very big part of my heart. The school is on the top of my heart, and my family is at the bottom. So quote, if Drake is still considered for school action, my family will be torn apart.
Good evening. My name is Katherine McIntyre. I'm a middle school math and science teacher at Drake Elementary. On the sheet we received upon entering tonight, the last bullet point on the right is, quote, any additional information about your school and community that you believe is important for you all to be aware of. You've heard our anecdotal stories. You're aware of our test scores, our NWEA growth. There is no doubt we are a school community of dedicated educators, staff, students, and families. Many of us have not left school today. We have not been home tonight, and here we are right now. We believe our capital improvement costs to maintain or update our building are inaccurate. Our capital improvement cost was $7.5 million in our 2010 assessment. On this sheet, Drake is listed as over $21 million. What happened in 2 years to a school built in 1961 when many schools in CPS are over 100 years old? Was the campus next door that was part of Drake in the 60s included in this number? That campus, no longer part of Drake, has been a charter campus for high school girls since 2000. We would like to know where the 21 million number is coming from. That is the additional information we believe you need to be aware of.
We have to. Next school, please. I'm sorry. We have to get everybody as much time as we can. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Please, sir.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marlon Cummings. I represent Greater Bethesda Missionary Baptist Church at 5301 South Michigan Avenue. We are a proud community partner of Burke Elementary School. I also run a free tutoring program where many of the Burke students attend. Greater Bethesda is excited about the ways in which Burke has engaged the community and supported its family. We also recognize a significant parent investment that we've seen in this school, and as you can see from sitting over here in the audience. We serve as one of the 11 community partners that provide important wraparound services to the students and families at Burke. And currently we're partnering with the school to develop a suspension alternative program aimed at changing negative behaviors in students and working with them to provide social and emotional programming for middle school girls, helping them to develop and maintain a positive self-image. As a community partner, we are concerned that Burke is one of the only community schools in our community. Again, Burke is one of the only nearby neighboring schools in our community. The closest school is almost a mile away from Burke. This leads to student safety concerns. And while the school is safe, the area around the school is not safe for students to walk great distances. And also important, along with the safety, is also academics. We're excited about the academic progress that Burke has made, as well as the growth in the population of the students. The majority of Burke students are exceeding their national average and meeting their winter growth targets. Imagine what impact this would have if we close the school. What impact would this have on the progress that Burke is already positively making? We know that Washington Park is growing and Burke is growing, and we see that the strong community schools like Burke are a pivotal part to the continued strength of this community. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Erica Ham and I attend Burke Elementary School. I have attended Burke Elementary School for 7 years. Burke is like a second home to me because the teachers never give up on us because they know that we could become better writers for the rest of our lives. Me and the other students who attend Burke Elementary. The teachers help us to become independent learners, and the teachers are willing to help us do better in school or anywhere else in life. In my class, 80% of the students met their winter growth targets in reading. If the children who attend Burke now will have to go to another school, they could get snatched, shot, or even killed. Some children at Burke are afraid to go to another school because they may get beaten or bullied by the other kids who are at their new school. Some people cannot afford to go to a school that's not near their neighborhood. The bus or the train is not safe either because people might have a loaded or harmful weapon. The streets are not safe either because children may get harmed by accident or on purpose. Kids are also afraid to go to another school because they might get teased for being the new kid. What would you do if your kid's school was closing down? Would you stand there or would you fight like the students, staff, and parents? Thank you, and please keep my school open. It is not only a second home to me, but also to our staff and our students.
The next three schools that I'd like to invite are Fuller, Williams, and Williams, Williams Middle and Williams Elementary School. Before those three schools have a chance to speak, I'd like to invite State Senator Maddie Hunter to speak for a few moments.
Good evening. I'm okay, thank you. My name is Maddie Hunter. I'm the State Senator of the 3rd Legislative District, and I'd like to welcome you all to my district. Sorry I'm late, I had some other commitments this evening. I'm so happy to see so many parents and so many students here tonight. Your presence here tonight shows how much you really do care about your schools as well as the community. You know, I attended the meeting last night for the Inglewood and for the Gresham community, and we had almost the same kind of turnout. But what I stated last night, I want to say the same thing I said last night is, I'm disappointed in the Chicago public schools. And I'm disappointed in you all because we worked too hard down in Springfield to bring dollars back to Chicago public schools for you all to slap us in our face by closing these schools. Now, in the past administrations, we did not agree with what they were doing, but at least they sat down with the elected officials and you talked to us. I don't know who any of you all are. I've never seen you all before, you know, and you all simply do not talk to us. We would meet at least once a quarter. But I got a call last week informing me that so many of my schools were closing. A phone call. That's the kind of courtesy that they give an elected official. Okay? So they're disrespecting everyone. And it is really time now to have an elected school board. We have no choice. We have absolutely no choice, you know? And last week, we approved the supplemental budget, and $32 million in that supplemental budget went to the Chicago Public Schools for capital improvement. But it was not for the renovation of the existing schools. Guess where the dollars are going? To charter schools. Okay, to charter schools. Okay? So it's something wrong with this picture, and I really do believe that what you all are doing is illegal. But we're going to have our lawyers take a look at it. We're going to have our lawyers take a look at it. Because this is ridiculous. Since you all refuse to work with the elected officials, I cannot work with you all. My constituents here tonight are holding me accountable for something that you all are doing because you all have failed to notify and to work with the elected officials, and that's not acceptable. So this is not the last time you're going to hear from me. Thank you.
Will the next school come up, please?
Good evening. My name is Pamela Creed, and I am the principal at Fuller School of Excellence in Bronzeville. I appreciate the task that you have before you. I know that it's daunting. However, Fuller School of Excellence should not be on the school closing list. Approximately 1 year ago today, the Fuller community was told that their school was going to go through a turnaround process. And as a result, my team became part of the Fuller community. In the few months that we have been working with our wonderful students, parents, and school community, we have made significant achievements. Enrollment is 13% above projections. Attendance is over 2 points above last year's rate. In fact, if you look at our attendance over the past 3 months, December was 3 points above last year, January was 4 points above last year, February was 3 points above last year. So our students want to be at Fuller. Our winter map data is showing that our students are achieving academically as well. Our K-8 students in math, 80% of those students received gains in math for the winter assessment. 58% of those met or exceeded their target. In reading, 80% of our K-8 students also achieved gains, with 67% of those students meeting and exceeding their targets. We have a rich art program, music program, and technology program. We're meeting the social and emotional needs of our students by having a full-time dean and a counselor. After-school programming is available to our babies, where we have athletics, choir, performing arts. In fact, our Performing Arts Club is in the process of rehearsing for a Lion King production, which we will be featuring in the spring. We have a cooking club running math, girls and boys mentoring. Our partnerships have given us school supplies, coats, and gifts for our students. We've created a positive school culture and climate. I just need to read this one thing from a visitor in our school in January who said this is for fabulous Fuller Elementary School. She wanted to reaffirm her opinion that Fuller Elementary has become a fabulous school. As a citywide itinerant for low incidence programs, I have traveled to many different schools throughout the CPS system. And while I have always been treated with kindness and respect wherever I have gone, your school tops the list. Everyone within your school community is very helpful and considerate. I was especially impressed after I had quietly entered Ms. Klepper's kindergarten classroom to observe a student with autism. One of the kindergarten students quietly left the group lesson being provided by Ms. Pupper and supported by her classroom assistant, introduced herself with a handshake and a brief welcoming address to the classroom, and then pulled out a chair for me to sit on. "Would you like to have a seat?" she said. I have to admit that my heart began to melt at that point. I was very impressed by this student's respectful behavior. In this day and age, when one hears of many sad stories about schools in general, it is refreshing to visit schools where so much good is being accomplished by the administration, teachers, and other staff members and students. We are soaring to excellence. Please don't stop us from fulfilling the promise that we've made to the deserving students and families at Fuller School of Excellence. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening. My name is Lakeisha Duggins, and I'm here. I am a parent for Fuller Elementary, and I'm here because my daughter attends Fuller Elementary School. I stand before you today because I heard some disturbing news on yesterday evening stating that Fuller was one of the schools that was listed on the closing list. And I couldn't understand why, because Fuller is an excellent school. It holds an excellent principal, excellent teachers, as well as excellent students. My child is a living example of an excellent student at Fuller. She was once a failing student, but since she has been attending Fuller Elementary, she has been on 2 honor rolls, not once, not just one time, but 2 times an A and B honor roll. And I plead tonight that you do not take this opportunity away from my child as well as the other students. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephen Guy. I'm the LSC chairman, parent guardian, and the parent representative at Fuller Elementary School. As I said before when I was up here, I can't say anything bad about Fuller. What I'm here to talk about is this, okay? You were put in place by our elected officials, okay? I respect everyone here, but I cannot understand why people are begging you for things that should already be in the schools. Okay? I cannot understand that. Okay? I'm not used to talking to messengers. I'm used to talking to the leaders. All right? Now, my situation is this. Is the school board too good to be sitting here themselves and talk to us, that they had to put you together to talk to us? I mean, are they that much above us? I was at your meeting last night that almost got out of control. I noticed that. But my thing is, you people never answer a question. What is your purpose? You never answer one question anybody asks you. I campaigned for an elected representative school board, and I think that we should have an elected representative school board, and I think that the mayor should have zero say-so at all with that. And I think the teachers should teach, and you business people need to go back and take care of your business, because our children are our business and not yours. And I congratulate you all, and let's stop all of this separation in the schools. We have to end this. We are one unit. We are one community, and we have to look at it that way. They are defeating us because we are separate. We cannot be separate anymore. We have to come together as one unit. They can't tell us what to do. We tell them what to do. We pay their salaries. Your taxes pay for these schools. They don't belong to them. It's not their real estate. They can't tell you what to do. You tell them what to do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ramir Hampton, and I'm an 8th grade student at Williams Preparatory Academy. I am hoping to attend the Chicago High School of Agricultural Science this fall. Our school should stay open because it's a safe haven in the community for the children in the Dearborns and for those who come from far out to learn. This school is just like a second home to most of the students. We think of all the students and staff as part of our family. The teachers make learning fun and more interesting. Williams has lots of extracurricular activity that keeps our students busy and off the streets after school. Many of those activities include Open Book, a club where students read and act out books. They put so much work into the performance that they literally make the stories come to life. We also have Taekwondo, male mentoring for young males to receive advice from father figures. We have math enhancement classes taught by Ms. Colton and reading enhancement classes taught by Ms. Dadavu. Lately, children who are out of school have been injured or killed because they don't have anything else to do after school or to go, and I don't want to live with that type of fear in my heart. This school means a lot to the people who attend and work here. Almost everyone that has graduated from here comes back to visit us. We've even had generations of families attend our school. This place holds a lot of special memories and is not only special to those who go here, but to everyone in the community. During the previous summer, a group of kids broke into the school. They didn't want to steal or destroy anything. All they wanted was a place for them to play basketball. I personally remember a few good times. The school rewards students for their excellent work every quarter with award ceremonies. I myself and other students have received countless medals, certificates, and bigger projects like bikes and tablets. It is not just the school, but the building itself has historical value. Before it was even a school, it used to be a slaughterhouse and a hospital. It's also named after the first person to perform open heart surgery, Daniel Hales Williams. I would be heart-stricken if Williams was closed. This school has been the first and only public school I have attended. In the past, I have been to many charter schools, but have never been faced with academical challenges I have encountered at Williams. But I've conquered those and became the intelligent person I am now. In conclusion, Williams Preparatory is the foundation of the Dearborns, and to close it down would be a huge punch in the gut to the community. Thank you and good night.
Good evening. My name is Marshawn Miller, and I'm an 8th grade student at Williams Preparatory Academy. I plan to attend Jones College Prep in the fall. I received a 99% on my ISAT test last year, and that's thanks to the guidance I got from Williams Preparatory Academy. I believe that Williams Preparatory Academy should remain open because of the foundation it gives to the community. The children of the Dearborn homes will be cheated out of the opportunity to learn from some of the best teachers and guides CPS has to offer. If Williams Preparatory Academy were to shut down, then this community would be doomed as there would be no end to the mindless slaughter of children my age and younger. This school, Williams Preparatory Academy, is my inspiration to become something better in life. If it wasn't for the guidance and help the teachers have given me and my fellow classmates, God only knows where I would have turned out. Growing up in the community of the Dearborn homes is one of the most dangerous experiences I've encountered in my life. Everywhere I turned, someone was either killed or wounded by gun violence in the community. I feared I would end up dead or sooner or later. Williams Preparatory Academy helped create and place fundamentals for me to become what I am today. A student with genius level intellect and test scores that are very rare for a person with my background. Williams Preparatory Academy taught me everything that I know, and if it were to shut down, I would feel great depression. Because I'm thinking about all the people who are in my position that don't have the guidance and that the teachers at Williams Preparatory Academy give me. Their brains will be wasted in the streets, and they will be corrupting their life for either end two ways: an inmate in prison or a dead body at a funeral service. I've taken up enough of your time today, and I know that. I would just like to leave you with a few thoughts. Williams Preparatory Academy is a pillar of my community. It is a foundation that keeps everyone together, no matter if you're from 27th or 29th. The teachers keep us together and teach us the values of being united together and not at each other's throats. For that, I appreciate them and I thank them with all my heart. Williams Preparatory Academy is not just a CPS school, it's a community school that offers students longer chance to learn from schools 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. In the school, it would just break my heart to see the school shut down because children not be able to receive the learning that I was given from preschool to 8th grade. The experiences that I got from the school will follow me to death, and I'd like to know that there are some more children out there learning and comprehending like me. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.
Hello, my name is Nae Colton. I'm a representative from Williams Middle and Williams Elementary. I need my Williams family to please stand. Please stand because we are in this fight together. Now, first and foremost, our students are displaying more than average growth on the NWEA and Scantron in spite of the fact that Williams has been consistently on the closing list. Our school was able to have 74.1% of our students to achieve their individual target score and their most recent NWEA test. The nation average is only 65%. Once again, consistency is needed for continuous successful growth in our students. Give us the tools to continue to work with our students in our communities. Our school has recently experienced a significant school action when we opened our doors to Urban Prep, a charter school. These students have found safety in our school and our community. We have been a part of this co-location for at least 2 years, but we are still on the underutilization list when we had to turn away families that stay right in the Dearborn homes that can't even submit their children into our schools, but we're underutilized. And then our kindergarten students at this time have to eat lunch at 10:30 a.m., eat lunch at 10:30 a.m. to accommodate Urban Prep schedule. That's insane to me. The population of the Bronzeville community based on city data is expected to grow at least 2%. Well, by calculations, that's at least 700 more families. So where do those children go? Where do they go? They have to cross the boundaries into the crime-infested communities. You're killing our children.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andreen Knight. We understand that the dollars are short, but our children's education and mental being can't be compared with the dollar. Williams School was closed in 2002 due to poor performance. We reopened it in 2003 as one of the first Renaissance. 2010 school, we were a model for the country. We have had children accepted at Walter Payton, Jones Commercial Prep, King College Prep, Lindblom, and other selected enrollment schools. Our 2012 report card, we have a strong, rigorous, focused, engaged, and challenged curriculum. Children are learning our culture and climate is organized on the NWEA. 74.1% of our students met their target goals. The nation only had 60%. Why are you closing our schools within a 10-year time span? The Dearborn homes were closed down. Now it has reopened with older families and new families returning. We expect to receive 700 new families in Bronzeville neighborhood. Many who are relocating in the Dearborn homes. You have disenfranchised our students and parents once. Why do it again? When the school closed, our children were transferred to different schools in the area, and they were not received favorable. That's stress on any child. How can they meet our expectation? Our homeless population is about 10% and steadily increasing. With today's economy, why put them through unnecessary mental anguish? Williams School is an oasis in our community. We don't have a community center in our area. William is the educational institute during the day and provide a space for Park District to operate. Educational, curriculum activities, and social and emotional opportunity for our children until 9 p.m. William is a safe haven for our children. Please don't take it away. Don't put them on the street corners with nothing to do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alex Hall, and I'm from the Dearborn Homes Williams Multiplex building. My reason for being here is not just solely for Williams Multiplex, but it's here solely for, if you look at all the schools, we got an overwhelming number of schools that's being closed on the south side and the west side. People, hear me now. Go to your neighbor, go to your church, get everybody that you can think of and tell them to run to the schoolhouse, because it's an all-out war against us and our kids. We need to stand up. My people over here open the door for us. She don't know none of these people. Okay, you want to cut me short, okay. But anyway, our students don't deserve this. We're not going to take 2 times over a 10-year period. What about the North Siders? It's real lovely up there. Do they have to go with charter schools in their buildings? Do they have to go with shortage of books? Do they have to go with 35 to 45 kids in their building? Do they have to go with a lot of the things that we don't have? Okay, everything is fine and dandy on the north side. How many schools are being closed on the north side? Is there an overwhelming number of schools being closed on the north side? Do you hear me, people? Let's go. I'm ambitious about my kids. Our kids are just we built this country, really. To tell you the truth, we built this country. We built this country. If they take our schools, they take our hearts. You are terrorists within our communities. Don't do that to our kids.
Attucks, Mollison, and Pershing West are the next 3 schools to speak.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tawana Williams, and I'm a parent of Williams Elementary. I am also a worker at Williams Elementary, and I'm a resident of Dearborn Homes. I'm here to plead to you today, don't sentence our children to death. We fought tooth and nail to get that community to where it is today. We got rid of drugs, we got rid of gangs, we got rid of all that afforded urban prep to come safely with all those young black men into our building. And now you want to push us out. You say we are underutilized. Well, by my estimate of, 134 students, give us back our space that you took on the first floor, 4 classrooms that were given to urban prep, and I bet you we can fill those seats. You say our scores are low. Well, when urban prep was doing their revitalization of a building, our children, pre-K through 5th grade, as well as 6th, 7th, and 8th in Williams Middle School, had to sit through tar being put on the roof, taking tests, dust in the building. My baby sat in the classroom where I came and cleaned the ceilings, the window sills, and the tables from the dust, because why? We don't have air in our building. So in 80-degree weather, we need to open the windows, but the dust that came in, how many children, check your paperwork and see how many children passed out during this time that tar was being put on the roof. So when you say, what do we need to get our school back on track? When you closed us down in early 2000 and you opened us back up, you gave us all the resources we needed. You gave us a teacher, a teacher's assistant, and small classrooms. Now I have a kindergartner who, by the grace of God, Miss Graham and Miss Dillingham is reading on a 4th grade level, but that ain't in your paperwork when you say our scores are low. So give us back the 3 years you took, give us back our school, and we will flourish again like we did in early 2000 when we had so many students graduating going from one school to the next. I'm also a parent of a 2006 graduate of Williams Middle School, a 2008 graduate of Williams Middle School who went on to get this city its state championship in track from Dunbar, who is now in his 2nd semester at Ashford University because of Williams School. So if you take our children and you send them to all these other neighborhoods that have the gang violence that we do not have right now, what are you doing? You are sentencing our children to death. And I will not have it. Because why? I get up every day, go to Williams, put in 4 hours of work, and then spend the rest of my 4 hours unpaid doing whatever Miss Graham needs me to do, because it is about the children. You will not take our school, and we are not going down. We trusted you in 2001, 2002, 2003. You told us Urban Prep would not be on the 1st floor. They have 4 rooms, and their children are interacting with ours, and I don't think high school boys should be walking the hallway with preschool kids.
Hello, I'm a very proud parent of an 8th grade student who entered Williams Elementary years ago with ADHD. I did not know what an IEP was until his kindergarten teacher informed me what it was. And through that, this school has done a very, very well injustice to my child. And you talking about closing the school? I have a 2-year-old that I am putting into Williams next year so that she can be in the elementary school and get to the middle school like her big brother. All of this, like the former parent said, what you doing about the North Side schools? I work for a Head Start program. As soon as I watch the news in the morning when I'm getting my kids and myself ready, and I seen that the list was sent out, I emailed that list to my program director, and I informed her. This right here needs to be sent to our education coordinators so that this can go to our Head Start programs that we partnership with. The kids that are getting ready to go to school. And this school, and y'all list, affects a lot of these areas, which is not right. It's not cool at all. So you want to close the schools, you want to put money elsewhere. Why don't you try putting the money in the schools that you closed? Why don't you try helping those schools? If it don't work, then come up with a plan B. But you kicking all these kids out, and you're not even giving the kids that's coming from preschool, from Head Start, a chance to enter these schools to see what it's like. You're not touching the high schools because you know high schools, you're going to have the gang graduate. What the hell do you think you're going to have for grammar school?
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back where there's love and affection. It sure would be nice to be back at home where there is love and affection. Good evening. I am Dr. Elaine Joyner. I am the assistant principal at Crispus Attucks Academy. I know this is for the parents, but I just wanted to say one or two quick things. Attucks Academy has been the only school at which I have worked in the city of Chicago since I moved here in 1992. I moved to Chicago by myself. I have no family here. I know the importance of family. I know the importance of home. Attucks has made it a point. We make it our business to make our students feel at home. We hug our students. We love our students. We give them a social safety net. That we help our parents in STLS situations. We help them when they're in need, when they have too many tickets to pay for. We band together to help them. When you ask what is unique about Attucks, I can tell you that Attucks is the place for the homeless. We treat them with dignity. We treat them with respect. They come from far and wide. To close Attucks is to close up their sense of stability. And it's not just about the warmth and the love and the caring and the sharing. It's about academics as well. Okay, on our last NWEA, our population is 45% homeless. We have been the #1 and #2 schools. We have been #1 and #2 in terms of the homeless population for the past 8 years. 45% now. Of that 45%, 61% has shown growth on the NWEA. 51% has in reading and 51 in math. Attucks is the place for the homeless. I appeal to you, please don't shake up their social safety net, their sense of safety by moving them. Thank you.
Hi, I am Tina Iges, and I come from Crispus Attucks School. My sister also attended Crispus Attucks School. We went off to college. I worked at Chicago Park District for 26 years. I'm retired now, been retired 6 years. My sister chose to go back to Crispus Attucks School and work for them. And you all want to take our school? We're not going to stand for it. Too many of our kids have come through there. We have generations and generations of our children and our family that attend Crispus Attucks Elementary School. We have brought a lot of things through Crispus Attucks School, and we stand firm together as a family that is a safe haven for our children. We don't want to send our kids away from that area. 51st and State Street is open. If anything, you strengthen where we are weak in it, and you build us up where we are strong in. Do not take the school away from them. It doesn't make any sense at all. If you separate our kids, 26 of the schools in our area is going away. They want to close. Where are you going to send them to? You're not going to send them to the north side, to Walt Disney. You're not going to send them to Walter Payton. Where are you going to send them to? Carver? Out there where the gang and the crime is to kill them? Don't do that. You might as well take them from 51st and send them to Iraq. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name's Nick Lavenda. I'm the PE teacher over at Crispus Attucks. I've been at the school for 5 years. I've witnessed some miracles there with the children. You know, the children there are amazing with the stories I've heard that they've gone through, and some of the things that they do. There's no statistics. There's no numbers. It doesn't matter at all. You know, test scores and all that. That's just a little bit of what I see every day. You don't really get to see the heart and soul of what a school is made out of until you go there and experience it. And I've experienced it. And I'd just like to say that letting this school go would be devastating for the children that are there because of the stuff that they've already gone through, and to put them in a brand new situation and have to build up trust with new people would be devastating to them, because they'll be older and all the stuff that we've worked for with them now would just disappear within an instant. So closing our school would not be good. Thanks.
Next school.
Good evening. My name is Wanda Sims, and I am the literacy coach at Mollison Elementary School. There are so many positive things that I can say about Mollison, but what speaks to me the most is that Mollison is a small school with a big heart. I say that because our teachers, staff, parents, and administrators really do care about the students and the work that we do each day. Students truly are our #1 priority at Mollison. When I began my position as the literacy coach this year, I was excited about the opportunity, given the fact that literacy coaches have, for the most part, been phased out. I knew that my principal, Kimberly Henderson, was committed to creating a strong literacy foundation in our school that would increase student growth and achievement. With a new administration this year, we are so proud of the accomplishments that we have made that are really making such a positive impact on our school community. For example, Real Men Read is a partnership that is dear to our hearts. We have several committed men from the community who visit Mollison every Thursday just to read to our students in 4th through 6th grade. The men have developed such a relationship with our students, and our students also look forward to their visits each Thursday. We have another partnership, Reading is Fundamental, which is a nonprofit organization that puts free books into the hands of our students 3 times a year. This is a valuable partnership because so many of our students are unable to purchase books. We held our first Scholastic Book Fair this year, which was a huge success with our students who had never experienced a book fair before. We also have students in grades 4 through 8th grade who stay after school at least twice a week to participate in an after-school book club that will prepare them to compete in the CPS citywide Battle of the Books competition. Our resource room for teachers is new this year and was created to provide teachers with books, materials, and resources that can be used in the classroom. Our teachers have also participated in professional development this year. Our focus was guided and independent reading. Classroom libraries have been expanded so that every teacher has a functional classroom libraries. We've also established professional learning communities in our building. We are currently reading Teach Like a Champion as a school. We've also created professional friends where teachers observe each other's instructional practices. Every teacher has a data wall outside of their classroom with information on every student along with goals and benchmarks. These are just examples of our commitment to doing what is best for our students. We see this as part of our strategic vision and action plan, and this is just the beginning. We have a collaborative staff and a strong school culture that has been spearheaded by the administration. Even though this first year seems like a marathon, we've made great strides and we're getting results, but it takes time. We have a strategic plan and vision, and we are staying the course. Our teachers have been great coaches and trainers, and our students, the eager marathon runners. It is not uncommon for our staff and teachers to go the extra mile for our students. By shutting down our school, you are preventing us from completing our marathon. Please don't rob our students of the opportunity to cross that finish line. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Erin Lynch. I am a visual arts and special ed teacher at Mollison Elementary. Our students have seen phenomenal growth this year. We believe it's due to our laser focus on improving instruction throughout our school. Based on the beginning of the year NWEA, MAP, and TRC data, 55% of our students were Tier 3 students. This means almost half of our students were 2 or more grade levels behind. Our middle of the year data tells a very different story. Now only 42% of our students are Tier 3, and our Tier 1 percentage has increased from 26 to 40%. Our NWEA MAP test composite at 68.15% of students meet their growth targets in reading, and 79% of students meet their growth targets in math. Now, not only are our students meeting their growth targets, but we also have a higher percentage of students at grade level than we did in fall. Our new administration has helped guide our staff in together forming a focus on providing strategic supports and interventions to our students. This year we have implemented an RTI program. For our kindergarten students, we have hired a part-time interventionist who, along with our literacy coach, pulls students for 30 minutes daily on targeted reading instruction, one of the focuses of the Burnham Park Network. Our 4th through 8th grade students are pulled by certified teachers to receive targeted intervention with the Achieve 3000 program. This program allows students to read articles at their grade level from the Associated Press. They also are answering questions on word comprehension and reading comprehension. And lastly, on that, they are also forming written responses, which is preparing our students to write on the Park exam. As you can clearly see, we work daily to provide the necessary supports to serve all of our students. This laser focus on supports in and out of the classroom, both during, and inside and outside of our class, inside and outside of our building, has allowed for us to close the achievement gap so that our students can leave us at or above grade level, with the skills necessary to be successful citizens who are prepared for college and the workforce.
Pershing? Can I have this? Pershing?
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. I don't have any statistics for you. Nothing. None. I come to you as a father. Okay? This is my daughter, Sophia. This is my son, James.
I did not cut them off. They had, excuse me, they had 9 minutes. They will speak after this gentleman speaks. After this gentleman speaks, they will speak after this gentleman speaks. They went over their time, sir. Everyone had to follow the same rules. And I appreciate what you say. And he's going to give up his spot. Thank you. Will the speaker come? Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. My name is Kathy Dale. I'm the community representative at Mollison Elementary School. I wanted to let you know that Mollison has had 3 targeted closings. At either time, we've not received any support, even though the school stayed open. Every time I pay my tax bill, I am empowered to fight you about our school. We will not beg or be pitted against each other. Therefore, people, all of you people here, please meet us on Thursday, February 21st at 6 p.m. at Kennecott Park at 4434 South Lake Park so that all of us can fight to keep all of our schools open. I've listened tonight to say, I want my school because we're this. We should not have to beg to have our schools open. We are committed parents, teachers, and community. We don't want a school to serve for 1% of the budget, you plan to destroy and ruin children, families, and communities. Thank you very much for letting me speak.
Thank you. Pershing? Sir, Pershing. Thank you.
How's that? Good evening again. No statistics, I'm just a father of two at Pershing West. This is Sophia, and this is my son, James. Some little background information on James. He's been to 7 schools so far. He started out at Jack and Jill. From there, he went to Developmental Institute. From there, he went to Chicago Child Care Society. From there, Murray. From there, Pershing East. Finally, Pershing West. He has special needs. You never know by looking at him. He is very introverted, but he is a lover of basketball. Sophia is exactly the opposite, very extroverted and a lover of lunches and everything else. I asked him today, what do you like about Pershing? Sophia said, you know, Dad, I really like it because what's on the menu in writing is always what is there when I go to lunch. Always the same. And I've never had that anywhere else before. She thought that was kind of funny, and so did he. But it rings to what Pershing West is for me as a parent. There is a level of consistency within this school, down from the lunchroom manager, down to the students that won't let me in the door, that recognize me in the morning, but they stand and look through the glass like, I can't let you in. You have to ring the bell. That's the rule. And I'm like, but you know me, open the door. They're like, no. And you have to ring the bell. It lends to what Principal Watkins is doing at the school and the culture that they have created there. They've had 3 different assistant principals, Dr. King, Jason Fransky, and now Ms. Neris. Nothing has missed a beat at the school, nothing. It is always calm, consistent, nurturing, with a level of expectation that my children know they must achieve. Fortunately, the same things I try to instill at home: integrity, responsibility. The school reinforces it as well as I do. So when they come home, they tell me what they must do. That is what they have fostered at Pershing. Allow it to stay open, and it can continue and grow from there. Thanks for your time, gentlemen.
Are we concluded? Yes? Or is there? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. sorry.
Hello. My name is Kelly Lane. I'm a 4th grade teacher at Pershing West. I've actually had the opportunity to teach both James and Sophia, who are just standing up here. At Pershing West, we work together to ensure every child's individual needs are met. We hold high academic standards, yet we realize there are contributing factors to achievement that demand our attention in order for our students to succeed in every aspect of their lives. We are one of only 4 Chicago public schools to adopt the program Leader in Me. This school-wide initiative encourages every child to use Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People to discover opportunities for leadership within the school and community. We work purposefully to enable students to take part in their education. At Pershing West, we aren't just teaching students to be students. We are equipping them with skills for the real world so that they will, of course, be competent in all subject areas, but will also be able to think creatively, communicate effectively, respect and appreciate individual differences, work together as a team, and ultimately become engaged and compassionate global citizens. Pershing West started in 2005 by visionaries with the formula to offer a great instructional opportunity to students. The monarch butterfly is the mascot of Pershing West because we are not intimidated by the possibility of change. We understand that change is inevitable, and in order to persevere, we must adapt. However, in order to proactively prepare our students in our school for impending changes, we must be afforded the opportunity to do so. We must be informed and involved in the decision-making process that would change the culture and climate of our school. While I appreciate the opportunity for a 5-minute monologue, I would value even more a chance at a true dialogue. As a teacher, I am constantly reflecting on my practice and how my instructional decisions affect my students. I painstakingly and meticulously plan each lesson, transition, and activity within my classroom to anticipate for each student's individual needs. I only ask that you put forth the same amount of careful deliberation and consideration concerning what is best for my students into the decision-making that you will do.
Good evening. My name is Leonard E. McGee. I'm president of the Gap Community Organization. We have been a part of the solution for education for over 35 years. We understand that our schools are underutilized, and we would like to increase school utilization. Pershing West was designed in the Renaissance 2010. The school was designed to be a small school, and now we're changing that because of the underutilization, which we've heard about previously. We would like to talk about the school with CPS concerning how many available rooms are actually for education, and we would like for someone to come out and walk the building with us. 2, we would like to keep our school as a tier 2 school or higher, and if you decide to do mergers, how do we now make sure that tier 3 that might come in does not adversely impact the school? 3, we're concerned about school boundaries. 4, we're concerned about the golden apple principal, teachers, and the runner-ups, what happens to them. We're also concerned about 5, we're concerned about the magnet school process at Pershing West. 6, we're also concerned about safety and the implementation of a process to make a better safe school. 7, when can we meet to continue the process? Thank you.
For our last 2 schools, Robinson and Wells.
Good evening. My name is Kristen German. I've taught at Jackie Robinson for the past 8 years. As someone who's witnessed the past, but more importantly is looking towards the future of Robinson, I'm proud to say that we're finally in a position to make gains and show progress. The damage that was left behind by inconsistent leadership has taken years of undoing, but the process has finally come to a peak, and Robinson is now in a position where visible gains are being made. Under the current leadership of Principal Sonia Spiller, we've shown significant academic improvement, as our middle of the year data proves. Jackie Robinson met 100% of our growth targets on the middle of the year NWEA assessments. This fact cannot be ignored, as it proves the process is actually working. Just in the last 4 months, our students have grown from 25% proficient in reading to 39%. That's a 14% increase just from the beginning of the year. Our first graders' proficiency increased by 14%, second grade by 27%, and third grade by 23%. In the last few years, the culture and climate at Robinson has drastically changed. For example, our library is reopened after being closed for several years. We received gold status for Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, and we're one of only 71 schools to do so. Our partnerships are increasing and leading to a steady rise in our school climate. A few examples. Last year, we began the partnership with Pastor Neil of Glorious Light Church and revitalized the Real Men Read program, which has now grown to include 5 more schools with our support. We have a unique partnership with the Sue Duncan Children's Center, whose enrollment over the last several years has doubled to include 120 students from over 20 schools. We've developed an open-door policy with our parents to hold monthly parent cafes, which give our parents the opportunity to ask questions, make suggestions, and be involved in their child's learning. So obviously, these are only a few quick examples of the ways we are improving our culture of our school, and this improvement is leading to an increase in our students' achievement. We know, given a chance to continue our growth, that we can be the neighborhood school that our children need and deserve. Give us the chance. Progress is clearly being made, so now is not the time to close Robinson's doors. Thank you.
How you doing? My name is Joseph Williams. I am currently, I'm sorry about that. I said, how you doing? My name is Joseph Williams. I am currently the parent rep on Jackie Robinson Local School Council. I am also a graduate of Jackie Robinson, and now my daughter attends that elementary school. She even has the same teacher I had when I went there, and just all around since she first even stepped foot into Jackie Robinson, she just did a big turnaround, and I'm really liking what's going on at that school right now. One more thing I will let you know about Jackie Robinson is that Jackie Robinson is committed to the success of our students. We have also formed a Fathers Club because of the importance of giving our young fathers the responsibility as regular citizens and just being in the neighborhood helping out. Jackie Robinson has had a big turnaround since I've been there. I believe if the school stays in the community, it will not only help the community, but it will also benefit our kids. Last but not least, I will tell you that these kids are our future. They are our new doctors, teachers, and lawyers. And I know one day I definitely will need them. So I believe that if you care, you won't just give them the choice, but you would give them the chance to succeed in life. Thank you.
My name is Lorenzo Young. I'm on the LSC at Jackie Robinson Elementary School. I also had the pleasure of teaching at Jackie Robinson School. I've seen its growth to where it is now, being underutilized. I remember when there were 400 students in that school, and the resources that we have today at Jackie Robinson were not available then. Today I came to tell you that Jackie Robinson has a vision and we have a plan. And that plan is to expand Jackie Robinson from a pre-K 3rd grade school to a pre-K 8th grade school. And we're prepared to do that. In order to understand the impact of attempting to close Jackie Robinson, it's necessary to understand the geography and history of the neighborhood Jackie Robinson resides in. Jackie Robinson School is in the Oakland neighborhood, which is south of Douglas and north of Hyde Park Kenwood neighborhood. It's about 4 miles south of the Loop. And Oakland is actually only a square mile, kind of squashed between 35th Street and 43rd Street. There's some very elegant homes there in our neighborhood. The architectural treasures of Louis Sullivan, Daniel Burnham, Frank Lloyd Wright, Cicero Hines. Our neighborhood has seen transition, moving from the very elitist neighborhood of the 1870s and 1880s, moving right into the Great Migration. Because Oakwood is such a small community, we're usually referred to as Bronzeville. We've seen discrimination, we've seen race riots, the era of the 70s and 80s of the El Rookins. Today, we're a neighborhood of gentrification, and Jackie Robinson stands right in the middle of the transformation of that neighborhood. In fact, just across the street from us, the 3rd phase of Lake Crescent housing development, offering an additional 139 family units, are being built. A walk away from Jackie Robinson, a neighborhood school. I'm here to let you know that we stand ready to meet the challenge. We have met the challenge. Our teacher's given you the statistics. I don't need to tell you the love we have for our school, because as everyone here, we love Jackie Robinson. Thank you.
Good evening. I guess the same reigns true. You saved the best for last. My name is Dorothy Crawley, and I am not only the upper grade literacy teacher at Wells Preparatory Academy, I'm also the union representative and a product of the Burnham Network school system. At Wells Prep Elementary, we consider ourselves a co-location school. Located in the heart of Bronzeville, Wells Prep shares a building with Phillips High School. Since CPS is facing an underutilization crisis, closing Wells Prep will further render the building of Phillips High School gravely underutilized, moving it from 35% utilization to about 25%. Based on CPS data, Wells Prep is at 73% utilization, and we have data attached to support that. Wells Prep is already on the path towards a level 2 school, comparing 2011 to 2012 AYP data. The reports show that the reading scores went from 64.8% to 70.4%, and the math scores increased from 69.8% to 71.3%. Our students have shown tremendous growth through NWA testing and are on track to demonstrate an increase in ISAT scores for 2012 and 2013. Our proposed preschool will not only benefit Wells Prep Academy, it will also increase our community by creating a cradle-to-college model. This will also create a solution that rectifies the problem in Bronzeville as far as underutilization goes. This model will implement choice as well as save the district money. Wells Prep offers a safe and nurturing learning environment that promotes college readiness through collaboration with Phillips High School. Wells Prep is not only educating students, we are supporting generations of families holistically. We have a strong parent partnership and we are engaged with a functioning local school council. Wells Prep has become nationally recognized as a health safety school. Wells Prep also offers a kindergarten engineering program which pays for our students' college funding if the program is completed. Wells Prep has already effectively established what the board is trying to create, a collaboration of schools. Our ability to cohabitate with Phillips High School assists the Chicago Board of Education in creating a more effective and cost-efficient school environment without affecting students, teachers, or our community. Wells Prep is already a co-location school that should not be closed. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Angelique Harris, and I am a parent of a 7th grader at Wells Preparatory Academy. I also have a freshman at King High School that also went through Wells Preparatory Academy. When my 7th grader was 18 months, she could not walk and she struggled to speak. We had to go through intensive therapy to get her on grade level for where she needed to be. She started kindergarten at Wells Prep, and she started there and she learned and grew as that school was a dynamic pillar of our community, in our community for years. We were never on probation, we didn't have any problems. We have teachers with doctorate and master's degrees, and we have a low teacher retention rate. Everyone knows that our staff is consistent and that they give their best. My 7th grader is one of the proficient students in our school now. Because she was consistent, her education was consistent, and her teaching was consistent, she's also been consistent in learning. We need to keep schools in our community that meet the needs of parents. Parents choose schools, and as we heard all tonight, parents have students that are at these schools that you say are low and inadequate, but yet they're meeting the 99 and the 97 levels, and they're going to these schools that are selective enrollment. Somebody's teaching somewhere. It has to be that we actually have a conversation that makes sense. Wells Preparatory's numbers came out 73% December 5th. They came out January 24th at 51%. That makes no sense. To say that our building needs $26 million in renovation when Phillips needs $27 million, that again makes no sense. We need to have conversations in our community that come from a place of honesty, and we have not had that. We have been defeated. To have a community with 10% of our schools beating a level 1 status makes no sense as well. We really need to do something. We're asking that the leadership in our communities do something about improving our schools, and we're demanding it because it has not happened. You can't say that this process will work because it hasn't worked for 10 years in our community, and it definitely needs to stop. Thank you.
I want to thank you all for staying, and thank you all for coming to speak tonight. I want to thank again Father Gabriel. We've overstayed our welcome. Thank you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you very much for your time this evening.